Well, Novak Djokovic's lawyers were attacking the fairness of the way that he was questioned in the early hours of the morning, and particularly the fact that the Australian government reneged on a deal to allow him to talk to Tennis Australia officials and his lawyers, and then make further submissions about why he should get to stay and keep his visa. They reneged on that and cancelled the visa about 50 minutes before the deadline that they'd given him. So that was the focus of most of the argument. But really, Djokovic has won the battle but might still lose the war here, because the Australian government has agreed to quash the decision cancelling his visa and to release him from immigration detention. So at first blush, that sounds like total victory to Djokovic. But the government lawyers told the court that they are considering using a separate power in the Migration Act for the immigration minister to personally cancel his visa, which is something they can do notwithstanding that they've just lost this case. So his future in Australia is still up in the air.
So what happens next? When do we hear what the government response might or might not be, Paul?
It could be hours or a day or two at most. The Immigration Minister, Alex Hawke, is a close personal ally of Prime Minister Scott Morrison. So it will be very interesting to see if they take this nuclear option and use this separate power to cancel Djokovic's visa again. Because if they use this power, he will be deported from Australia and cannot come back for 3 years. So as the judge observed at the end of the hearing today, the stakes have actually risen rather than receded, because we're now talking about whether he can play in 2022, 2023 and 2024 Australian Open. It could even affect whether Australia is able to host the Australian Open tournament in the next 3 years if they take this nuclear option.